Hi everyone, my name is Kamlesh. I work for Andriod. We are the developers of QuickBooks Online. Andriod is a global market leader of financial management solutions for SMEs worldwide. To give you an introduction of QuickBooks Online in Singapore, this version is localized for use by companies in Singapore. It is IRAS compliant, and there are 3 different versions available for you to choose from: Simple Start, Essentials, and Plus. With QuickBooks Online, you can manage your company's accounts for as little as $10 a month. This chart shows you the differences between the 3 products. The products are differentiated by the price, number of user licenses, and features such as budgets. And this chart will help you to determine which is the right product for you to use depending on the needs of your business. For example, if you're GST registered, you will need to use either Essentials or Plus. QuickBooks Online is offered for sale by Singtel and is accessed through the Singtel My Business portal. To log into QuickBooks Online, it is similar to logging into your Facebook, Hotmail, or Gmail account. You simply get into our website, key in your username and password, and you can sign into your accounts. Once you've signed in, the first screen that it will bring you to is the homepage of your company's accounts. The homepage shows you an overview of your company's accounts. For example, over here I see Quick Links, which is the commonly recorded transactions, which is fully customizable. Below the quick links, you have your recently recorded transaction. Bring your mouse over it and it shows you the next logical step. For example, if we go to this invoice, it brings me to the next logical step of recording a payment that I received from my customer. On the right, we have the company snapshot, which shows you your debtors and creditors. Below that, you will see messages and tasks. This is a personal to-do list for yourself. And QuickBooks Online comes with free updates which is released every 6 weeks. When an update is released, you will be notified under the Messages and Tasks screen. We update our products regularly so that you are always working on the latest version. I will now move along to the Company tab. In the Company tab, you will see things for your basic housekeeping for your accounts. The first thing we see is Chart of Accounts. This is where you need to set up your assets, liabilities, equities, and so on. The next thing you can see is your recurring transactions. For example, if you record an expense of rental of $3,000 a month, paid to the same person every month, you only need to record this once. Save it as recurring, and the system will record it automatically for you from then on. Preferences is for you to activate and deactivate features within the product. This allows you to customize QuickBooks Online according to the needs of your business. QuickBooks Online can grow with you as your business grows. A very useful tool in the Company tab is the Activity Log. What the Activity Log shows you is everyone's activity within the product. For example, you see my name here. I logged in at this time, what I did while I was logged into the system, and what time I logged out. For the transactions that I recorded, it shows you the customer's name, the supplier's name, and also the amount of the transaction. Budgets is also available in QuickBooks Online in the Plus version. This is where you can create a budget for yourself, where you set the sales target and budgeted expenses. You can compare the budgeted profit and loss versus the actual performance of your business. You can create as many budgets as you want for the next 7 financial years. The next feature is the Currency Center, which is the multi-currency feature of this product. Multi-currency is available in Essentials and Plus. The currency exchange rates are automatically updated for you every hour. That's the conclusion of the Company tab. We now move along to the Customer tab. The Customer tab is for you to use when it comes to anything to do with the customer, such as recording a quotation, recording an invoice, receiving a payment from your customer, or sending your customer a statement. When you click on the person's name on the left, you can see his transactions appearing on the right. And it shows you the amount overdue and open balances as well. Let me show you how simple it is to record a new transaction. We go to New Invoice and you select your customer's name. Once you select the customer's name, the address will appear with the invoice details on the right. It even shows you the payment due date based on the payment terms. You then need to select the item you are selling for your customer. For example, I select the A4 notepad and a coffee mug. Once you select these items, it will show us the price, you can indicate the quantity, and it automatically selects the appropriate GST tax code. These are the tax codes we have available for you, which is required by IRAS. If you are not sure which tax code to select, you can click on this icon that says Which, and this brings up the online help file of QuickBooks Online, which will explain to you what each of these tax codes should be used for. The online help file is available throughout the system. You can also add a discount over here if you wish. Once you've recorded your sale, you can click Save over here. This is the preview of the invoice. You have your company's letterhead, your address, your company's logo on the left, the tax invoice information on the right, and the details of the items you have sold to your customers. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can see the total of the invoice with the GST summary as well. The invoice format is customizable from the Preferences menu. All invoices can be set to default, to be printed, or to be sent by email to your customers. So what happens when you record a sale? Your debtors, profit and loss report, and all other sales reports will be updated simultaneously. Let me show you how to generate a statement. When you generate a statement, it acts as a reminder for your customers of how much they should pay you and when it is due. If I do a preview of this person, I not only see the invoice numbers and the payments with the running balance, but it also has an option to show you the details of every invoice you've recorded as well. At the bottom of the statement, you have your aging period of your statement as well. In the Customer tab, you can also record payments that you've received from your customers, and you can also record credit notes. This concludes the Customer tab. I'm now going to move on to the Supplier tab. The Suppliers tab is for you to record purchases of products. When you purchase a product from a supplier and you receive a bill from your supplier, you can go to Enter Bill, select the supplier's name, and specify the products that you have purchased. For example, I select my A4 notepad again, put in the quantity I purchased, and select my coffee mug again as well. In the Plus version, you also have an option to allocate this purchase by items you are purchasing, or you can also allocate an expense from this purchase to an account such as insurance, if your supplier has added insurance as part of this invoice. Once you are done, scroll down to the bottom and save it. The Suppliers tab is very similar to the Customers tab. It allows you to record bills, make payments to your suppliers, and to record credit notes as well. I will now move along to the Banking tab. The Banking tab is for you to record your expenses such as advertising, rent, and so on. Within the Banking tab, you have options to write checks where you record expenses from your checkbook, credit card expense where you want to record expenses from your corporate credit card, and you can also record expenses in cash expense, which is for petty cash expenses. I will now show you a quick example of a write check transaction. Select the payee's name over here, put in the amount of the check, a brief description of what this check is for, and allocate this expense to the appropriate expense account. Select the appropriate tax code, simply press Save, and your expenses will be recorded. The next thing you can do in the Banking tab is to transfer money from bank account A to bank account B. Specify the currency that you wish to transfer, put in the amount of the transfer, and QuickBooks Online will take care of all the journal entries in the background. You can also do your bank reconciliation, which compares the transactions recorded in QuickBooks Online with the checks and deposits that have been presented in your bank. That concludes the Banking tab. I will now move along to the GST tab. The GST feature is available in Essentials and Plus. When you record your expenses and your invoices, and you specify your appropriate GST tax codes, QuickBooks Online will actually track all your GST tax codes automatically. When you come into the Prepare GST screen, you will see your GST tabulated for you and presented to you in a very clean format, which is very similar to what you see in the GST F5 form. If I look at box number 1, I see 64,000. If I feel that this amount doesn't make any sense to me, I can click on View Transactions, and this will bring me into a report which will show me the details of all transactions that make up the $64,000 balance. This now helps you greatly because checking GST is now very simple. Once you've made all your adjustments in Prepare GST, you can click on the icon that says Mark as Filed, and your GST for this period will be finalized. Once you've clicked on Mark as Filed, you can also click on File Online with IRAS. This will bring you to the IRAS website where you can key in your SingPass and password. You can file your GST by keying in the figures from this report. Another very useful report in the GST tab is the GST Detail Report. This report shows you every transaction for every single box number. For example, box number 6, I see a list of all transactions recorded, and I can drill into it, which will bring me into the invoice itself. Using QuickBooks Online to track GST has now made your accountant's job very easy. That concludes the GST tab, and I'm now going to move on to the Reports tab. In Reports, we have up to 60 reports that you can choose from on QuickBooks Online. The first report I will show you is the Company Snapshot. This is a very useful management reporting tool which shows the business owner all the essential information he needs to be aware of about his business. The first thing you see on the left is your income. This is presented to you in a very neat graphical format. If you bring your mouse over to this segment of the pie chart, you can see the percentage of where your income is generated from. Click into the particular segment and it will tell you the details of the transactions that make up this balance. On your left, once again, you see your income, and on the right, it shows you your expenses in the same graphical format. Change the period and the data changes instantly for you as well. The next thing you see in the company snapshot is your previous year income and expense comparison, where you can compare how you're doing this year versus how you did last year. Lastly, you will see who owes me and who I owe. So this shows you your debtors and creditors. The next report, which is very useful, is your profit and loss report. The profit and loss report shows you your revenue, your cost of sales, and your expenses to show you how much money the company has made during this period. Customizing reports is very simple. If I click on Customize, and if I change the total columns from totals to months, and I run this report again, I will see my profit and loss now very neatly formatted in columns for every month. All reports in QuickBooks Online can be very easily exported to Excel. Simply click on the Excel icon over here. Once your reports are in Excel, you can add in as many formulas as you want. Reports can also be automated and shared with your accountant and business partners. The next report I'd like to show you is the balance sheet report. This is the report that every business owner should be aware of, as this shows you how much the company is worth. It shows you your assets, liabilities, and equity. This concludes the presentation of QuickBooks Online. With QuickBooks Online, you can access your accounts anytime, anywhere, whether you are in your office or away on holidays. You can also access the mobile version of QuickBooks Online from your mobile devices such as iPad, iPhone, and any Android device. This gives you access to critical information about your business, and it even allows you to record invoices while you are on the go. Managing your accounts on QuickBooks Online is now very affordable. You can manage your accounts from as little as $10 a month. This great price includes free technical support and free product updates which we release every 6 weeks, so you are always on the latest version. Manage your accounts as secure as a bank using QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online is a VeriSign certified product, which is the same security technology that leading banks use. QuickBooks Online is a very user-friendly product. You do not need accounting knowledge to use this. From as little as $10 a month, you can now manage your company's accounts very easily. Thank you for your time. For more information, please visit www.intuit.sg.